Cue the version of Yoda, because Yoda's a recognizable character.
Okay.
The kids, you know.
People.
You know,
where are we at?
Oreos eat Grogu cookies, man.
I'm almost there. Getting my shit together. Just give me a moment. Give me a moment. But while you're waiting, you can watch some lovely Yu-Gi-Oh cartoon and animations. Isn't they so nice? We're going to get started in a minute. Where we at? 20 minutes. I'm just setting up some more stuff, and I'm waiting for one of my moderators to jump in. Mod, where are ya?
Get that money. I'm just saying it was pretty obvious, all right? Yeah. Look, I think Baby Yoda's cool too. I like him, but damn, it's pretty pretty obvious what they were doing with it. I don't feel like this show's doing that. There's nothing.
I think we're gonna talk about some shit too while I'm doing this, but
yeah, so far,
yeah.
And it doesn't feel like it will do it.
That's what I'm saying. It feels
Hold
like it's so
on.
consistent to its tone that it's not going to do it. So I hope that that's going to be the case.
I think for fun, I'm gonna just start reading these
Gi
Oh animations,
with me on this. Nope, sand. You know, we've man.
which I actually
I used to love the gritty feel of
actually think they're pretty cool.
and on all these places of
But I like the fact they
scalability,
give a little
but
explanation
after 3 shows, man,
on
of
the
playing
cards and go
nerd,
into a
I'm like, I'm
deeper
done.
understanding of
I feel
what we
like most
see
of
on the
you like
cards
Star
and the
Wars, they're gonna
storylines
take my shoe
behind
off and pour
the
the sand.
cards. So I thought that was pretty cool.
I gotta get shoes out of sand at the crack of my ass. Or a shoe. Sometimes you want to put your foot up my ass.
Okay, so
But yes, I'm sorry.
let's get this show on the road.
After the Book of Boba Fett and after Obi-Wan.
And as you see in the pinned comment at the top, any donations or contributions to the channel is highly appreciated.
It gets everywhere.
But if you can't, I understand. Times is rough. Shit is hard out here in these streets. But likes is always free.
Ahsoka, I feel like they.
And we need to get in that damn YouTube algorithm. We need to get in there heavy.
And I like that very much. That was
We need the Carter community
that will get in different environments.
Yeah.
to get in there heavy.
Well, Martin, something that appeals
Okay,
to
what
me,
is this?
and you can tell me
Event
how you feel
page,
about
blah, blah,
this.
blah.
Something else that appeals
Oh,
to
this
me
is an event, Fire Festival.
I think
Yay, what is
they have
this?
some,
Blah, 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 blah,
really
blah.
good performances on there. Not all. I think, to be honest with you, the main character herself,
1080p,
Ahsoka, I
720,
feel like
we'll do 720.
she's a little too subdued.
All right, let's see what this is, people.
Picture. And I don't think she's
What do you
bad.
get?
Rosario Dawson has
They gotta
Ahsoka. I
start
think
doing
she's
better on
perfectly
these,
cast. I think she has some really good moments. Fight scenes with her are amazing. I just feel like the character is. It has that stilted
What?
dialogue a little bit,
Yes.
and she's very subdued.
That's what we're trying to get?
She's a little too stoic for her
A
own
lizard?
good, or at least for
The fuck?
what carries a show.
Yeah,
I don't hate her. I don't hate her.
I don't know about
Don't hate her.
that.
Understand that's probably, you know,
And what the hell
she
is this?
Yeah.
As
A title.
the charisma that you hope for with a main character to drive a show.
Click
It's lacking.
So
And
what
it's
do you
okay
have to
if the
do?
other characters pick up the slack. But I don't feel like they are.
But I don't hate it. Don't hate her at all. If you look at some of the other characters or some of the other actors, I just kind of like them better. Ray Stevenson,
Yeah.
I thought he was amazing in this.
Yeah.
So
I get excited every time
you have to use
Yeah, I love Ray Stevenson's
Beast
character.
Warrior,
Aylan,
Beast,
I think
Wing
I forget
Beast,
the name of the
Insect,
character. It's kind of a rogue
or
Jedi,
Reptile.
gone dark, kind of like the Wizards, from Obi-Wan. And I thought
How
he
long
had
is
some
this
really
event?
good moments with a lot of the characters. I thought he had a
Okay,
really
12
good
days.
moment with Ahsoka.
We'll come back to it,
Before they had
because I don't want y'all to watch me build the deck first.
highly of you.
But I'll do that one. That might be fun.
Do a rap battle or something. You look like Eminem. To get 8 Mile. Back to reality.
Monster.
Okay,
The only reason I'm here.
let's see if we can have a epic one like yesterday.
He was, he's a veteran, man. Acting veteran. This guy, he's old school, man. He just had the, I don't know, man.
That one,
With this
ooh,
character.
that one yesterday,
I'm a
boy.
bad guy, but there was such a dignity to that character.
If you didn't see it, check yesterday's live stream. The last match before the stream was over. It's that very last match. That shit was epic.
Which I know is attached to her head, but yeah, and I thought the fight scenes in this were good. I thought it was well choreographed. I thought a lot of fight scenes were made.
Actually, that one was so good. I'm gonna actually click that one and repost it. Because that was an epic battle.
Looks amazing, man.
I thought it was over.
The CGI they use, I know looks good.
Man, that scene with the space wells. Now, I thought it went to kind of a ridiculous place for me. Where they went, I thought they were just gonna show them, and then I'm not gonna say anything. There's a scene here where they go to a planet, and this is what I'm talking about with cool. instead, and then there's a whole chase scene that goes in and out of the whales. And I thought, man, this is such a well put together scene. This is something straight out of Empire Strikes Back.
Yes.
And this is a television show, but this rivals the big budget movies out there, man.
Well, even with a lot of these shows, they'll have some good effects, and then there'll be some where you're like, that's so good. I'm pretending like I didn't see that. I'm gonna blur my eyes. But I thought everything so far in this has looked great.
And somebody said these whales are from Rebels, also. So cool.
All right, it's from Rebels.
Well, I want to know. I like to know where these things are from because, like I said, I haven't seen the show. I've only watched them in little bits and pieces. So
the whales are cool.
So I don't mind learning where these references are from. In fact, I think that again, that even says something that I watched this and didn't know that this is from Rebels, and it still worked for me. You know, I thought that again, this is something that they did with good storytelling. Finally, I really want to hear what you think about this, Martin. One of the biggest things I love about this show, they finally admit midichlorians are bullshit. They finally came out and just said it. They even tried to they've been tap dancing around this for so long. This is the show that said, I don't care what anybody says, I don't care what George Lucas says. Midichlorians, that's some bullshit. We're gonna act like it didn't even exist.
If that's true, then why doesn't everyone use it? Talent is a factor. But training and focus are what truly defines someone's success.
You know, we went from midichlorians, you had to be born with that shit to be a Jedi too. Well, everybody got it.
Yeah.
Like COVID or something. Everybody got it. Even if you want to train hard enough, which is what I liked about being a Jedi anyway.
That's the only way it made sense, because with the original Star Wars: A New Hope, the implication was, hey, you went to the monastery and you trained, you could do this. Then later, you gotta have the midichlorians. It's like, this only makes sense if having midichlorians, if it's like talent, like when she explained it. Like, if you have the midichlorians, it makes it much easier.
Yeah.
But that if you don't, you can still do it. You just gotta try a little harder.
Yeah, some people are more force sensitive than others, and they listen. To be honest with y'all, they still trying to figure out what the force does.
Yeah,
they don't know. They don't know.
You know what the force can do? Whatever you needed to do.
Yeah, at that moment.
You need it.
Whatever the person writing the script wants it to do to get the point A to point B. They still trying to figure out the force, but it is making more sense right now. I'm glad they call them bullshit on midichlorians. I think that I like this whole thing. Some people are more force.
God, what is that? What just happened?
I've always thought that's something that they should do. I think I like what I was saying. I really did enjoy walking. I really did enjoy watching Anakin Skywalker reappear.
This is gonna suck for him.
Like I said, I like this character
so
much.
Yeah, harder cards.
But
sucks for you.
I agree. It was a little bit of fan service, but it's fan service that worked for me. You know, for me, but not again. I know it doesn't work for everybody. Just like
okay, let's see.
Like Luke working with you, and just didn't work for me. But I don't think that anything is wrong here. You know.
Well, it's not like
right,
I see him pop up and I go like, oh, this is bullshit. Let me turn it off. But
Yeah.
Let's do this first.
Just like, all right, you want to get him in here. I get it.
Yeah.
And, you kind of use a cheap device to do that.
Yeah. You know, and again, I find myself more partial to the stuff that Dave Filoni is doing, man. I just think the guy just knows how to. He understands Star Wars, he understands character, and he understands telling a story. Not just a Star Wars story, but he understands telling a story. You know, story or just storytelling in general. So, you know, maybe it's a bias towards him. But yeah, so you said you had some other things you wanted to say about this show.
Well, most of it I said, but what I can say is I think the characters are a little weak, and most specifically the character Sabine, who I just kind of hated from the first episode. The whole thing with her, okay, I'm not going to show up to the speech, the ceremony thing, because I'm a rebel, and I don't do stuff like that. It's like, all right. But she's just, in the beginning, she's just so...
Yeah, what's the chances?
Like,
what's the chances?
Rebels or Clone Wars.
Y'all know what I'm about to say.
Why she has this attitude, but she doesn't...
Let's just watch. I'm not going to jinx myself by saying this, but just, what is the chances?
We need your help, but whatever you do, don't take it away from where it is, because people are trying to steal.
I'm not even going to look.
Oh, okay. The second people walk out of the room, she takes it somewhere else, and somebody comes and takes it from her. I like to see Ahsoka fight, and Ray Stevenson is cool, and even that little crazy blonde chick he's got, you know, his Padawan, she's interesting.
Yeah.
But so much other things.
I'm not even gonna look.
There's something else that's going on, and even I saw just a snippet with Chris Herman bringing this up, where they're going to the council and saying,
how did you get that card back?
The General Thrawn is out there, he's coming back, and they're just like, nah, don't believe that, and not even gonna check it out. Just like, oh, stop talking trash. We're not even thinking about that. I'm like, it's kind of important. Y'all just blow it off in this way. It's just the kind of, there's little stuff like that like makes me stop and takes me out of it.
Oh, yeah. You know, I think,
so, because I had kind of stopped watching it after the first couple episodes. And then last Friday, like I said, I was like, I got nothing going on. Let's pick this back up. And then I was kind of getting into it again. But then watching this fifth one, I was like,
yeah,
I'm not liking this one so much.
Yeah, I think, again, too, a lot of it, because I see a lot of people saying there's so much context from Rebels here. Yeah, and that's, again, we said this at the beginning, and, you know, this is something that's made for those fans. It's almost a show made for those nerds out there.
I get that.
So that's I guess, because I see some of the stuff that goes on here. So I'm being pretty lenient, saying that this is something I might have missed. You know, this is. I don't have context to this. Maybe I'm just going to wait and see what happens. So I asked when this show was coming out. I said, is this going to affect how I see this if I haven't watched those TV shows? And you know, now I haven't watched it. You know, it's funny. I think, again, it depends on who you are, because you can see how it's affected two different people here.
Yeah.
You know, it's which I think is cool how you can see that. So you just have to how important is it for you to like not have that context when you go in?
It's you know, this happens all the time with different properties. Sometimes it's movies that are connected to other things, and if you're somebody who's been into it, like say it's a comic book and you've been reading that a long time, you watch some movies, everything that happens, you have a connection to the past, and you're like, oh, this is so important. But if you come in cold and they don't really take the time to like ramp you up to speed, not just with what you understand is happening, because I watch this, I understand, but emotionally they just go like, oh, I see why this is important. Then the person who's into it says like, man, anybody can enjoy this. The person who's not goes like, well, yes, but only to a certain degree.
Yeah. Well, there you go, folks. You know, you see two different opinions here. So for those people who ask, can I get into this? Well, again, how important is it to know what those shows are about? If it's not that important, maybe you'll enjoy it like I did, because obviously I enjoyed this a little more than you did. I don't want to give it a rating yet because the series isn't over. Maybe we'll do a wrap up when it's done. But if those things really bother you that you're missing, you know, because again, not having that context with characters could make them worse for you. Because some people even telling me like Sabine is, you know, a certain way in the show that affects how she is now, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, but you don't have that.
Yeah, I don't have that. Yeah. I will say, as much as I hate Sabine, I love that robot. That robot tells it like it is.
Oh man, what's his name? Qui-Gon or something? Qui-Gon?
I don't know. I space on the names.
Hu Yang. Yeah, Hu Yang, who's voiced by David Tennant.
Yeah. Nah, he's awesome. Okay, I say there's no character I get excited about. I get excited about him.
No, I like Hu Yang too. There was a point in the show where Hu Yang, and here's Hu Yang here. Let me see. And there he is. Well, I said, lifelike robot right there. Man, he looks different on the show. No, here he is right here. No, there's a point in the show, he's like, nobody listens to me.
Yeah.
They never listen.
Or she's like, oh, so what, I'm the worst Jedi? Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, he said it to her. Did you say that? Yeah. I said it. A minute, too.
She asked.
Yeah. No, I like that character, too. And it don't help when you got him dressed up looking like a little boy in somebody's clothes and you tossing his ass around like a little boy.
need support. Can give you confidence.
Bada boom, AMC raises $325 million selling stock ahead of Taylor Swift catalyst. Who is ready for the potential pump? According to Bloomberg, AMC raised about $325 million throughout the sale of 40 million shares. It's gone. Everything is done. We were anticipating seeing this happening, but appears to be that things are already set. A move that it said would address the cash crunch and the movie theater industry rebounds. Of course, who purchased the shares is the biggest question. The offering, which began on September 6, which is exactly 7 days ago, sold stock at an average price of $8.14. Adam Aaron got lucky. He sold on the uptrend. According to Adam Aaron, raising more than $325 million in gross proceeds has boosted our ability to survive and then thrive. The stock sale was...
Alright people, sorry y'all got a little distracted. What is this person doing? I only have 900 points. And I wasn't... Oh, and 6 cards. What the fuck?
Yesterday inflation went higher, the market went green. Today
this fucker banished my whole fucking deck.
The share sale was announcing completely from the company. The shares are up. This is something
I look away for a second, I come back, 30 cards is gone.
Company, not just AMC. Every time when they announce a share sale and when they announce the completion of the sale, well, you expect...
Alright, you got this one. I didn't even pay attention.
Simple sale should be completed after the actual proceedings. But guess what? Most likely, the market is setting themselves for potential pause of AMC issuing more shares. And this is what probably you're seeing over here with the price action. You're seeing that anticipation for more dilution, at least for the short term, is kind of put on the back seat. People are not seeing coming. So what else?
Go ahead, man. Just attack.
Nothing, and as we
don't even gotta do the overkill.
The anticipation for people buying more and more call options, trying to capitalize on the at least short-term price action is very, very obvious over here. I went to see yesterday Hunting in Venice. Simply you cannot find seat for the movie. On pre-screening we're talking about. But the idea over here is that the main point is that now the analysts and rating companies are simply looking at fundamental value. They're not focusing on the squeeze, they're not focusing on the short sellers. Probably this is why we're not seeing the S3 partners being invited to speak about short sellers' losses and short interest and this and that. Simply because now everyone is focusing on the fundamental value, especially now in these current market conditions. So if on the previous issue AMC missed to sell on the top, at least at the short-term time frames and short-term price action, well, this time looks like they did a very, very good deal. Sure, they could have sold on $9.
Oh my god, that really sucked,
again, these prices in this extremely volatile market, I think they kind of did a good deal. We still don't know who purchased the shares. That's the biggest question. We have to wait for the incoming filings from the institutional investors. Probably there are some individuals who purchased some of the shares if they were actually offered to the open market and some of the exchanges, right? If there was not like a private deal, something that we saw with Antara Capital and the Ape, right? But let's wait and see. It will be very interesting because if you see, we're talking about somebody scooping these shares. These shares are already sold and proceeds are already into AMC. So somebody was waiting for the shares. Probably someone has something in mind for the shares and for the price action. There's no reason for it to purchase the shares.
Alright, people. I gotta kick some ass. That was not good. I didn't like that.
Not including the paid fee.
I didn't like that at all.
Remember, AMC partnered with a couple of different institutions to offer the shares on open market, so they pay a fee on top of it. And most likely this fee was simply paid by a buyer. So the fee might have been paid, split between buyer and AMC, or only by AMC, or only by the buyer. So the main point over here is that the expectations, just looking at the acquisition and cost basis of this purchase, right? Anyone who ever purchased it expects the stock to go above these levels.
Okay, so let me see. What are we going to listen to? Nelly and Ashanti confirm they're dating. Who cares? Who fucking cares? Does anyone care? Anyone? Anybody? Okay, I think I doubled that. Damn, I think I doubled that. Convert. Download. Oh my God. Nelly and Ashanti confirmed that they're dating. Does anyone give a fuck? Ugh. Oh yeah, likes are free. Yes, they are. Alright, why does this look familiar? Nelly and Ashanti. Why do I keep seeing this pop into my timeline? Do we really care like that? Uh-oh. This I gotta hear. I hope y'all can hear this. Let's see what's going on.
You know you need the right tools to make.
Let's see what's going on, people.
With Shopify.
In today's video, we're gonna go over the marbles. There's a full plot leak that looks very realistic. Also, there's some new information out about Deadpool 3. Some pretty cool plot details from one of the few real insiders. Daniel RPK said something very interesting about Deadpool 3, which makes it even better. It means it could be setting up the mutants running the MCU potentially. So yo, what is freaking good YouTube? What's you here if you're on your anime? Subscribe to never miss any Marvel, DC, Kaiju, Monsterverse, pop culture based content that I try to cover on a daily basis. Be good? Subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know down below. Are you hyped? Are you really looking forward to the Marvels later this year? And are you looking forward to Deadpool 3? Potentially at the end of next year if these strikes
I wonder if I could do that.
If you could check us out on Instagram, I wish you to see the beautiful
I wonder if I could do that.
If you could check us out on Twitter, aka X, wish2G. Right,
what
let's
is he
get into
doing?
this video. So it's worth saying the Marvels has gone through a lot of changes. It's one of Marvel's shortest movies ever because it seems like they've taken the criticism and critiques from the test screening and
here we go with banishing cards again, right?
To the point where it looks like there's no filler in a Marvel movie, which is kind of hard to believe. But let's break it down. It's worth saying that all these plot leaks generally come from Reddit and 4chan, and what these fake scoopers do is they pull information from 4chan and Reddit and they pull little bits here and there from a plot leak and make out it's their info, and really it's not. And it's also worth saying,
okay, you little shit.
I've been over plot
I know what I'm
for the
gonna
last 7 Marvel movies.
All
Generally
right,
speaking,
shit.
the information is always bang on. It's more accurate when it comes from a plot leak on Reddit and 4chan than when it comes from one of these aka scoopers on Twitter. So let's break it down. So allegedly it starts like this. Carol is investigating Kree insurgents in space. Monica is working with Nick Fury at SABER space station. The Peak. Kamala is living with her family in New Jersey. Kree General Daben blames Carol for the fall of the Kree Empire when she defeated the Super Intelligence in 1995, aka Captain Marvel 1. The Kree now refers to Carol as the Annihilator, which she disputes. Carol learns that Daben is creating a machine powered by one of the Nega bands that can open portals in fabric of reality. The machine disrupts the power of Carol, Monica, and Kamala, causing them to randomly switch locations, and this
I still think I can pull this off.
Different leaks. Also, it's worth saying we've seen this in the trailer. That doesn't add validity, or it doesn't take it away, because initially that information was out there before any trailer
if I
came
could pull
out.
this
So
off,
it
this would be
causes them to
his
switch
face.
randomly, random places.
Hold on, let me pause this, because I want to listen to that. Ooh, if I could pull this off, this will be beautiful. Let's show you how skill's supposed to play out. Alright, right? So I get my 3 spaces back, right? Boom. Beautiful. And now I'm going to do this. Since we want to banish shit, right? Want to banish shit? Let's banish shit. Oh, if I could pull this off, this is going to be so dope. Oh, what's this event? What? Why not? Oh, he quit! Oh. Connection failed my ass. Connection failed my ass. Did you see that? Did you see that? Connection failed my ass. That was nice. That was going to be an epic move. I think he saw it coming too. And people be wondering why I like to build annoying decks. That's exactly why I like to build annoying decks that are very fucking annoying. Because you will annoy somebody in the rage quitting. Our connection failed. Okay, this should be interesting. And I get to go first. Okay. So yeah, let's go there first. Let's go there first. I gotta get out of the habit of throwing everything at them at once. Cause yeah, I know they're gonna be. There you got something. How many cards is he playing? That's another thing, people. When you're dueling, always check their card count. 34, 40 cards. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Let's get that emotion now. Yeah, like I was saying, always count the cards. It'll give you an idea how who you're playing and how they're gonna play. Cause you know it's gonna be somebody serious if you see 40 cards. $40 to $42, you're gonna see might have a problem or have to play harder. So he's gonna try to banish. He's gonna try to banish me and attack with the other ones. Huh. Okay. Maybe not. What does this piece of shit do? It's crazy that these cars be moving so fast you don't even get to read what they do. Oh, 6,000. Oh boy. Starting a battle. 3 attacks on monsters during the phase. This is part of Galaxy Eye. Unaffected by your monster's effects. Gains. Oh wow. Go ahead, attack me 3 times. What are you gonna do? You gonna attack me 3 times? Thinking. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. What's happening? What's happening? Oh, I see what you're gonna do, you little fucker. No, he didn't do it. I hope I don't get a Rockeki. Dark hole ass. What does this do? What's the trying to do? He's gonna try some crazy shit. This bullshit. I don't like. Damn it. An opponent monster's activated effect. What are you doing? I don't like. Okay, sounds fair. Gotta stop that 11,000, boy. That shit is scary. Gotta stop that 11,000. Gotta stop that 11,000. Okay, what is that? What is that? Oh my God, where's a Raigeki when you need it? Huh. Let me see, what would I put him at? 23, 28. Still won't be enough. And negate that monster's effect. Huh. Nope, that ain't gonna work neither. I need one more card. It says she goes hard on the paint. What the hell just happened? All I did was look down. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, those are special summons. Those are XYZ summons. Ooh, it might be over. It might be over. Ah, man, I just look. All I did was look down for a second and came back to this shit. It was crazy. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that might be it for this one. I just, like I said, all I did was look down, and next thing you know, we're screwed. Oh man, I don't even know what to do. Oof, it sucks. It's over. I'm not gonna quit though, but it's over. Yeah, it's over. I'll take that. Damn. I'm sorry, I'm reading this drama online. This shit is getting messy. Messy. Woo, woo, woo. One thing about online drama. It's getting messy. Ooh. What is that? Oof, 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 oof. This bitch looks horrendous. Oh my god. It's always the ones that look like this that got so much shit to say. Like this chick look like Biggie Smalls with makeup on. Like what the fuck? And you got the nerve? You got the nerve?
wagon, you do your own shit, you know what I'm saying? And we kind of, you know, I kind of be moving the same way. So, like, I do be, like I said, bro, you know, I told you in the night, but, you know, I ain't been able to slide up on you. I really been working like shit. So, but definitely I'm watching what you're doing, bro, and keep doing what you're doing, man. And I'm gonna tell you the biggest thing that I'm proud of you about is, man, on some real nigga shit, man, like with you and your pop, you know, mending your relationship, bro. That was dope.
Okay, let's see what we doing here. Good. We gotta bring it back, y'all. I don't like taking them losses like that. Can I be sure? Yeah, I don't like taking them losses like that. That was terrible. What's this? What is this? Huh. Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh shit. I mean, shit. I gotta start reading this internet drama. I don't. Okay. I fell for the bullshit. Okay. This has not been a good dueling day. This is some bullshit. I gotta stop getting caught up in this bullshit over here. What the hell, y'all? Let me go back to War Stew.
I need your help solving a murder.
Oh, yeah? Whose mother?
Mine.
Before any trailer came out, so it causes them to switch random places in random locations between the summit, the peak, and Kamala's household. People in their vicinity are also teleporting. So Fury and the Kree Death Squad end up in Kamala's house, whilst the Ben steals the other band from Kamala. And interesting, I thought that'd be the case. Carol, Monica, and Kamala join forces to stop the Ben and protect Earth due to their unstable powers, whilst Nick Fury takes the Khans to the peak for their own protection. Carol doesn't believe Kamala is ready after she hesitated during a fight, but Monica reminds Carol that Kamala is not a soldier, and Carol decides to train Kamala instead. Monica resents Carol for abandoning her and her mother, Maria Rambo, but learns that Carol and Maria reunited after the blip, and Carol was with Maria when she died. The Marvels find out that the Ben plans to use the machine to create portals and steals planets' natural resources to rebuild the Kree homeworld, Hala. The Ben has already destroyed 2 planets for its atmosphere and is now targeting the
Oh, come on. What the fuck just happened again? Oh my god.
People on this place
communicate through
songs, and essentially that's the big part that's been taken out of the movie or shortened down.
I gotta pay attention.
Feedback was the singing was kind of really for its water. Carol is embarrassed to go there because she accidentally married Prince Ian during a previous visit, and technically she's the princess of this place, Aladna. People of Aladna worship Carol, and she is forced to sing to alert them about the impending invasion.
Again.
Ian creates new suits for the Marvels.
Again, I look down.
Synchronize their powers so they can actually fight. That plot point was obvious. The Marvels save Alanya, and Carol realizes that the Ben is destroying planets that Carol once cared for revenge reasons. And her next target is Earth. It's always Earth last. The Ben attacks and seriously damages the peak. Fury orders an evacuation, but learns there's not enough time for the escape pods for the entire crew. Fury allows a liter of Furklins, essentially little Firkins, to eat the crew safely, storing them in their pocket dimension in their stomachs. That's actually going to be pretty cool. And launches the Firklins to Earth. The Marvels rescue Fury and repel the Kree's armada, then pursue the Ben back to Hala, where the Kree are celebrating the rebirth of their world. The Marvels confront the Ben just as the machine accidentally creates an incursion, which you technically can see something like this in a recent picture that's just come out, although some people are trying to say that's a rift in time and space, but that doesn't make any logical sense for anyone with a brain. Threatening the universe, Carol defeats
I don't like that.
Kamala destroys the machine and retrieves her bangle, and Monica fixes the incursion, but ends up stranded in a parallel universe. Again, a lot of this plot is pretty similar to everything else, but
I don't
they
like
did
that.
shorten the movie massively, so I
don't
believe
like that
this
at all.
will actually be pretty much the confirmed ending and the confirmed plot for the whole movie, which is pretty cool. To be honest, it does sound like a pretty basic movie, but that's all Marvel needs, really. Carol decides to return to Earth to train Kamala and help Fury search for Monica. Mid-credit scene, Monica awakens in a hospital and learns she is in a universe where Maria is alive and is Captain America. Ooh, stinger. Post-credit, Kamala steals Fury's tablet with data on Earth's emerging superheroes and approaches Kate Bishop, the female Hawkeye, with the idea of reforming the Avengers, i.e. the Young Avengers, telling Kate, did you know Ant-Man has a daughter? Interesting. So that was supposed to be partially the post-credit scene for Ant-Man 3, where it was supposed to tee up the Young Avengers. Now, there is another post-credit scene that's allegedly been floating around. Generally, what happens at press screeners and test screeners is the post-credit scenes aren't usually included fully. They don't like to put them there because they know it will leak, but sometimes they do. So there is a post-credit scene also floating around that says Kang the Conqueror, played by Jonathan Majors, appears in a post-credit scene or right at the end. You see his face and that's it. I do believe that is the case because, as we know, Jonathan Majors is going to be playing Kang for the next 2 to 5 years because Secret Wars is getting delayed too.
I do it big. With the pizza has big dinner box, however you want a dinner, we got you covered. Big time. I do it big. I do it big dinner box. 2 pizzas, breadsticks, and wings or pasta.
Oh, hello.
I do it big.
Gotta catch him early.
It's 2028. I said it first. I actually said it like a month ago, and then one of the Twitter wannabe scoopers came out and said it, and then a lot of people start covering a story that's obvious. They can't film any movies to the point where some movies will be getting delayed soon if the strike doesn't end because they can't even do ADR. They can't do anything. You get me? So maybe Secret Wars won't even happen to 2029. This is why I do find it kind of hilarious that you're getting all these wannabe Twitter influencers coming out with these daily scoops, and it's like, okay, if it's from movies that have already filmed, or have filmed a substantial amount, maybe. So Deadpool 3, the director came out recently and said, yeah, it's going to be a freaking hard R, we're not going to use much green screen, and we filmed half the movie. It's alright him saying that, but at the same time, we know what happens with Marvel movies. Ant-Man 3, the third act got filmed right at the end. Doctor Strange 2, they literally changed most of the movie. Literally, they did reshoots for 12 weeks. Wakanda Forever, Doctor Doom was supposed to have a few scenes. That's why no one wants to direct a Marvel movie. They make changes last minute. You have no creative control. Why do you think no one wants to direct Secret Wars? Because you don't get any creativity, you don't get any creative control. So, we've got some cool information about Deadpool 3, and because it's coming from Daniel RPK, I'm inclined to believe him because, as I said, when it comes to trailers and information to do with marketing, he does not miss. When it comes to other information, his validity, his credibility is way higher. So, according to Daniel RPK, in Deadpool 3, it is said they embark on a quest to find the perfect Wolverine. After encountering numerous variants, he ultimately concludes that Hugh Jackman cannot be replaced. Source, Daniel RPK. Then, of course, someone came out and straight ripped him, oh wait, it is my time to shine. In Deadpool 3, the hero will embark on a quest to find the perfect Wolverine throughout the multiverse after encountering numerous variants played by different actors. The old me concludes that Hugh Jackman cannot be recast. Well, that's kind of a meme, and kind of funny, it's true. Yeah, I find it funny how My Time to Shine literally steals the most reliable scooper's information and no creditation at all. And also recently I didn't cover it because I don't really believe there's any validity to it. Daniel Radcliffe apparently is going to be in Deadpool 3. You notice how all these, before the strikes happened, before the strike happened, Daniel Radcliffe signed on to be doing a secret role, and then you get the information coming out going, yo, there's going to be multiple variants of Wolverine. We always knew there was going to be that because if it's a multiversal movie, so we've got to start seeing incursions, we've got to start seeing variants of the same actors. So yeah, I believe this information is true. I believe Daniel Radcliffe is going to appear in a Marvel movie. Is it Deadpool 3? I don't know, but I do find it funny. This is standard PR, standard marketing, standard answer when asked about, oh, are all the cameos true in Deadpool 3? Some of them aren't, some of them are true, some of them may be true. He basically said, I'm not saying anything, so that doesn't mean anything, but it is interesting how everyone ran with Daniel Radcliffe to be the MCU's version of Wolverine. And there's other reports going out there that apparently Hugh Jackman's actually going to be Wolverine for the next 10 years. And seeing as he said he doesn't like doing the role anymore because he's too old, it's because of what he has to do to get into the shape to play Wolverine, you know, that stuff. He just doesn't want to do it. And then we get some information saying that Daphne Keane X-23 from Logan, the greatest comic book movie ever. I don't care what you say. I do find it funny how it says via, I'm not even going to say her name, because the funny thing with this one is she was also supposed to be in Doctor Strange 2 She was supposed to be in this movie, then she wasn't, then she was. Now, it would be cool, and technically she is a variant of Wolverine, so I hope this X-23 rumor is true, but the problem is every single person is going to be in this movie. So let's
come on, y'all, we need to win.
The actual rumor.
Right, mods.
The marketplace and find more value when you sell.
They said we need to win, mods.
Your pricing free from competitor pressure. And manage costs with one simple monthly plan. Start your free trial with Shopify today. Check it out.
What's going on? Oh yeah, fuck that. What are we doing?
I'm gonna do it really fast. Deadpool, confirmed. Wolverine, confirmed. Colossus, confirmed. Elektra, confirmed. Vanessa, confirmed. Mobius, confirmed. X-23, not confirmed. A bunch of TVA agents, not confirmed. Loki, doesn't make much sense. Missed Minutes, doesn't make much sense. Storm, a War Stew. Striker, Nightcrawler, Cassandra, Nova, Lady Deadpool, War Stew Deadpool, Professor X, Gambit, Magneto, Robert Downey Jr., Tony Stark, Megasonic, Teenage Warhead. Literally every single person is rumored to be in this movie, which I find hilarious. So also, there's been that many Deadpool 3 rumors, I can't keep up with them, but it is interesting how now all of a sudden everyone seems to think Tobey Maguire appears in this movie. Deadpool 3 ends with a poetic note, with Deadpool and Wolverine sharing some pizza together. Where or whose pizza, I can't say. Interesting. So everyone goes, oh, it's Toby, it's Andrew, it's Andrew. So yeah, that's why the internet's running with Tobey Maguire's going to appear in Deadpool 3. The thing with all these leaks and rumours are, you're never actually going to know anything unless we get a trailer that confirms and verifies stuff, which we're not going to get a trailer anytime soon. It's like all these people going, yeah, Deadpool 3 first look was going to be shown at D23. Yeah, D23 happened. Disney event this week or last week happened, and literally nothing was shown at all except for 10 minutes of Loki, which the press screeners will be coming out for Loki Season 2 anyway soon. And also, we dropped the exclusive. Well,
what are we doing? Alright, here we go again. I look down, I look back up, and here goes some bullshit.
On Twitter.
Goddamn Crystal Beast.
Myself and WarStuG were reached out regarding an ending of Loki Season 2. Not sure if this has changed or not, but in the credit scene, Deadpool was captured by the TVA. It was a tease, like how we were teased with Civil War in Ant-Man 1 post-credit. Once again, there has been reshoots, so if it is the same, awesome. If not, some kind of emoji. Yeah, WarStuG's got an exclusive. Like, yeah, make of that what you want. I'm not saying it's true, not saying it's not true, but that's what we both heard. So that would be interesting, and it would actually tease up the whole plot for Deadpool 3 if he got caught at the end of Loki. It really would make sense, because we know the TVA is going to have a big part in Deadpool 3. If the rumours are true, let's just go, they are, that the TVA is forming a group of heroes to save everyone and put them on the new Earth, which will be Battle World, essentially. And they're going to fight the villain. We don't know if that part's true, but if the TVA are collecting all the heroes from different universes to make new Earth, then they've got to tease it up at the end of Loki Season 2, or else that would be a massive L, so it'd be pretty cool if that actually turns out to be true. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at WarStuG to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. If you're into working out, if you're into gym stuff, I post a bunch of stories. I'm on like a little transformation at the moment, which
what just happened?
Well, also if you could let us know, everything down below. I'm hyped for the Marvels. The Marvels
just happened?
A lot of praise online at the moment. They are pushing it hard. We've obviously got the IMAX release. Now they've pushed Dune 2 to next year, so there's no competition. So there's no reason why the Marvels can't bang, but it'd be interesting to see if it does. To me, it sounds pretty cool movie. The plot leak's pretty much confirmed, because
what the hell just happened?
With every other leak we've gone over. Deadpool 3, I do believe information that comes from Daniel RPK and Viewer Anon. Maybe Casey Walsh is right sometimes, but anyone else, they're not in the scoop, is there? So like always, guys, I'll catch you
I can't believe
in another video very soon. Catch you later.
Well, today is just not my day, people. Today is just not my day. Really sucks. Can I get a win? What the hell is going on? Oh, go second. Oh, that's next door. Alright, how can we do this? How can we do this, man? Because this is getting out of control, man. 3 losses, no wins. This fucking sucks. Why'd you have like fucking harpies feather dusting? It's been that kind of day. Well, this is Inspired Magazine. Okay, got that. Let's go back. So, what is he gonna do? What? Look at your opponent's hand. If you do, banish 1 card from it face down. Oh, you son of a bitch. Ooh, Tom told me I should have put that on the field. Here we go with this bullshit. Doing main phases, you can banish one card from your deck. Banish the top 3 cards from your opponent face down. His defense is 600. Okay, what the fuck is this? Okay. Yeah, fuck that card. Damn, I just screwed myself being thirsty. Oh, I just screwed myself. Fuck, I didn't even take that card off the field. No, that sucks. That sucks. 6 years ago, 3 years ago, 3 years ago, 10 years ago, 10 years ago. Okay, why is it not working now? Can you believe this shit, yo? It's just not my day. Just not my day to day. What is he doing? When this card could attack, you can activate. You can excavate 5 cards from the top of your board, right? Banish 1, excavate the card face down, press in the same order. What the fuck? I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. Come on, harder cards. No. Not harder cards. I cannot believe that. I'm about to rage quit. I'm about to do what I don't want to do. Ooh. Hello, nurse. Oh shit! I know I was forgetting something. Ah, shoot. All right, people, we're gonna go to the 2-hour mark, and then I have to disappear for a second, but I will be back. I promise, I will be back. Just hit me something I forgot to do. This is the life when you have to multitask, man. What the fuck? Breaking news. In the MCU, Wolverine already cast to replace Hugh Jackman. Whatever. I don't believe that. Oh shit, Fresh and Fit is back. Wow. Like they never left. Oh god, even more bullshit.
Blog, go to my hostile work environment page on my website. I'll leave a link below. My website dives deep. My name is Brannigan Robertson, and I'm an employment lawyer. This video is the ultimate guide to hostile work environment and harassment law. I'm about to explain workplace harassment without all the legal jargon. So if you want to know if you have a case for harassment and what it might be worth, then keep watching.
Alright, let me see. Did I get this? I got it.
before we jump in, I have a few preliminary items to cover. First, this video will cover...
Come on, man. Just go ahead. What's with the... You know what? Yeah, y'all about to see me rage quit. Y'all about to see me rage quit.
What to do if you're still employed,
because what the fuck is the reason for the overkill?
Which is the deadline that you have.
You see, I got nothing. What the fuck? Just do the goddamn kill. No, I gotta do all this other boosting and try to hit you for 10 million points because I gotta do overkill. Just do the damn kill.
We see fall within the hostile work environment umbrella. In the eyes of the law, these usually mean the same thing. Third, I will not be covering sexual harassment in this video. While all the principles certainly apply, I made a detailed video called Understanding Sexual Harassment that I would recommend if that is the situation you are facing. And fourth,
I think I got two more, right?
California law, because that is where I have a license to practice law. However, this video is meant for everyone across America. If you are not in California, this video will help you identify critical questions that you should ask a lawyer in your state. If you are in California and you need a consultation, here's my contact information if you think I've earned your phone call. All right. Let's get going. In California, the main anti-harassment law is California Government Code Section 12940, subsection J. If you're not in California, Title VII is the federal anti-harassment law that applies to everyone across America. Here's what the California law says. Yes, I'm actually going to read the law to you. It is an unlawful employment practice for an employer because of a protected characteristic, which we'll cover here in a second, to harass an employee. It becomes unlawful if supervisors knew or should have known of the harassing conduct and failed to take appropriate corrective action. Subsection K goes on to say that it is unlawful for an employer to fail to take all reasonable steps to prevent harassment from occurring. But that's not the end of the story. The law also requires that the harassment be unwelcome, which means you didn't want it to happen. That might seem obvious, but it's actually sometimes very confusing in cases. The harassment also must be so severe or pervasive that a reasonable person in the victim's shoes would have considered it an abusive working environment. So to summarize, it is illegal for an employer to harass anyone because they have a protected characteristic. Again, we'll cover those in just a second. Before we get to the protected classes, I want to point out a few very important things. Look, I only read two small parts of 12940. There's a lot more to this body of law that I don't have time to get into in this short video. But if you want to know more about this area of law, go to my hostile work environment page on my website. I'll leave a link below. My website dives deep into the law. This California law applies to all employers who have at least one or more employees. The federal Title VII law applies to employers with 15 or more employees. So if you work for a small company that is below 15 employees and you're not in California, you might not be able to pursue your case, at least not under Title VII. Okay, so what are these mysterious protected characteristics in California? Because harassment isn't just sexual harassment. Harassment can be based on any one of these things. So real quickly, race, religion, color, national origin, ancestry, physical disability, mental disability, medical condition, genetic information, marital status, sex, which also includes sexual harassment, pregnancy, and related medical conditions, gender, gender identity, gender expression, age, if you're over the age of 40, sexual orientation, military status, and veteran status. This means that if somebody is harassing you because you have one of these characteristics, you may be a victim of unlawful harassment. Now, these are the California protected categories. The federal Title VII only protects race, color, religion, sex, which includes pregnancy, national origin, age, disability, and genetic information, I think. Each one of these categories has a very specific legal definition. So if you want to know if the harassment that you are facing falls into one of these categories, you need to call a lawyer. It's very important. Before we move on, let me talk you through a common looking example. Let's pretend you're female and you've been working a job for a few years with positive performance reviews. Suddenly, you get a new supervisor, and he makes it very clear that he believes that if women choose to work, they shouldn't get pregnant. He makes all sorts of derogatory comments towards working women who are pregnant and have small children.
Okay, let's see if we can make it to the 2-hour mark and at least get one effing win.
Sorry for their managers. And it just so happens that a few months later, you become pregnant. As soon as he finds out, he starts excluding you from phone calls, micromanaging your tasks, writing you up for petty things, and just making your life miserable. Now, he doesn't say anything about your pregnancy directly to your face, but you already know that he hates it. Suddenly, you get put on a performance improvement plan with impossible goals to meet. And then 2 months later, when you don't meet those goals, he fires you. In this situation, if your lawyer can convince a jury that the real reason for your termination and the hostile work environment before that is your pregnancy, then you'll probably win your case. Obviously, in this example, you can easily swap out the protected characteristics.
Surrendered?
Disability, race.
Come on, that's not how I wanted to fucking win.
Principles would still apply. And if you are paying close attention,
that is not how I wanted to win.
You probably noticed that your boss never came out and said,
if it was a rage quit surrender, yeah, I'd take it all day.
It's really rare in today's world to find
that I just feel like somebody just got on because they felt sorry.
For your protected characteristic. Rather, it's your lawyer's job to prove that the real reason for your termination was your protected characteristic. In this case, that would be your pregnancy. The termination lie that you didn't meet the performance improvement plan is called a pretext. And I've made an entire video on pretext. I highly recommend that you watch that video once this one is done. I'll put a link below. Well, okay, Brannigan, what should I do if I'm currently experiencing a work environment? Generally, my advice changes depending on whether the person I'm speaking with was fired, they quit, or if they're still employed. Let's look at all three of those situations. If you're still employed, unless extraordinary circumstances apply, I generally don't recommend hiring legal counsel and blasting your company with a nasty letter or a lawsuit. And I'll explain why in just a second. Generally, I recommend that employees send a polite, respectful, and helpful written complaint to the appropriate authority at your company. I made a detailed video on how to complain properly at work. So if you are being harassed right now...
Okay, we gotta go hard or go home, man, because this is getting ridiculous. I don't like losing like this. Nobody does. This is terrible.
Generally, lawyers like me tell people to call us after they get fired. That is the best time to hire a lawyer and take legal action. And I know that's not very helpful for the folks who are still employed.
No, I'm not switching my deck.
Majority of you watching this video. And I'm also assuming that
I'm going to master my strategy of annoying the shit out of people.
And save their job.
And also counteracting
it's much better to have a good job than a good loss.
A lot of these card styles is being played now.
People to call us after they get fired.
That was the main purpose. I want to anti to everything that
tools that the law has given employment lawyers like me are largely ineffective at stopping hostile work environments. Usually when a lawyer like me inserts myself into the middle of an ongoing employment relationship, we just make everything worse, because it paints a big target on your back, and the company from that point forward will want you to fail. Lawyers like me are far more effective at pursuing justice after the fact and teaching the company a very painful lesson. Second, this concerns attorney's fees. Most employees simply don't have enough money to pay lawyers like me out of pocket. That's why we usually work on a contingency fee. We only get paid if we recover money for you first. Due to the amount of time and money it takes a lawyer like me to properly pursue a harassment case, the case simply must be worth a significant amount. And unfortunately, that usually means our clients have been fired. Now, there's always exceptions to this, so if extraordinary circumstances apply to you, my office would be happy to provide you with a consultation. Well, okay, what if you quit your job after getting fed up with a hostile work environment? These cases are pretty tough. California law says that unless your resignation qualifies as a constructive termination, you cannot collect your lost wages. This dramatically hurts the value of your case. Now, I've taken cases where my clients quit in the past, but in those situations, the harassment was truly extraordinary. So if you quit your job due to extraordinary harassment, call my office to see if your resignation may qualify as a constructive termination. Unfortunately, I don't have time to get into it in this video, so if you quit and you want to know, either call my office for a consultation, as I have lots of information on that subject there. When you hear lawyers talking about hostile work environments, you often hear us talk about things called the EEOC or the DFEH. What are these? These are government agencies that try to enforce workplace anti-harassment laws. The Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, or EEOC, is a federal agency, so it applies to everyone in the United States. Whereas the Department of Fair Employment and Housing, the DFEH, is a California agency, so it applies only to California employees. For purposes of this video, these two agencies do two main things. Number one, they actually pursue cases on behalf of employees, much like a private lawyer like me would do. And second, they are a gatekeeper. Before you can pursue your case in court, even with a private lawyer, you need to get a right to sue letter from one of these agencies in order to exhaust your administrative remedies. Now, if you have a good case and you hire a private lawyer like me, I will acquire the right to sue letter for you before we pursue your case in court. Having a lawyer get your right to sue letter is a smart move because people screw up the right to sue letter all the time. Generally, if you can find a good lawyer to take your case, you should pursue the case with the lawyer. These government agencies are simply overwhelmed with claims. Moreover, you rarely hear about the EEOC or the DFEH getting a large settlement or verdict on behalf of an employee. But if you can't find a lawyer to take your case, these agencies are a great option. In all areas of the law, we have deadlines, meaning you have to do something before the deadline comes. If you don't, your case goes goodbye. In California, these deadlines are called statutes of limitations. So you need to file your hostile work environment claim with the DFEH within 1 year of the last act of harassment. After you get your right to sue letter, you have 1 year in which to file your case in court. However, I recommend that you contact a lawyer right after severe harassment or a termination has taken place. This is because certain situations have complicated statutes. They overlap, and some of them are require you to take action as quickly as 6 months. So don't wait, contact a lawyer ASAP. Outside of California, in general, you need to file a charge with the EEOC within 180 days from the last act of harassment. Once you receive your right to sue letter, you must file your lawsuit within 90 days in court. But again, do not wait this long. If you are the victim of serious harassment, contact a lawyer the next day. Don't wait months or years because likely you'll lose your chance entirely. Next, we are briefly going to cover how much harassment lawsuits can be worth. But before I do, please note, I made a detailed video on this exact subject. So if you're really curious about case value, go watch that video because I cover this stuff extensively. Alright, you can recover 4 different types of damages: lost wages, pain and suffering, punitive damages, and attorney's fees. Let's talk about lost wages first. Lost wages are the lost salary, benefits, commissions, hourly wages, bonuses that you're no longer earning because you were terminated. For example, if you were making $45,000 a year and then you were harassed and fired, you're not making $45,000 a year anymore. But you can only recover these lost wages, which are also known as economic damages, if you are terminated. Unless extraordinary circumstances exist, the law doesn't let you recover these types of damages if you voluntarily quit. Second, pain and suffering damages are for the emotional pain, humiliation, and mental suffering.
Okay, I don't like this again. Here we go with the bullshit. Come on, give me something.
These damages are very real.
Give me something.
In harassment cases, they can get extremely large, and you can't fake them. You're going to be evaluated by experts in front of a jury. So the amount of emotional distress damages that you will receive is decided by the jury. Please realize, two different juries can do the exact same case and award two different amounts. But usually, in severe cases, the emotional distress
damages
go
hard to go home,
are significantly larger than
can't keep
lost
playing.
wages.
Fuck it.
Third,
what do we got to
punitive
lose?
damages. Everybody's heard about punitive damages. These are the damages meant to punish the company for acting with malice, oppression, or fraud. These are rare, and you have to have a really good case to win these. Fourth, attorney's fees. In harassment cases, you can recover attorney fees on top of the other forms of damages if you go all the way to trial and you win. Now, this directly benefits you because the company could be on the hook for your attorney's fees, which in some cases can be several times larger than your damages. So this increase...
Said he opened it.
That's way too much food.
That's not it. What the fuck? Okay, National Black Theater, New Heritage Classical Theater Hall opening. I met him 2 times. Really? No.
I had them waving at the camera. I said, he's probably watching us right now.
I heard.
With Daryl.
Yeah, I know I heard the notification, but I didn't look. Plus, the 2 of them together would have just annoyed the fuck out of me right now. We'll take one at a time, but both of them together.
Daryl going. oh, how's your grandmother and your father? I just looked at him like, nigga. Made it sound like you used to be around me and my grandmother and my father. Like, when, if you was, you wouldn't be asking me that. I looked at her, I paused and I said, well, Mom's fine. Right, Mom?
Yeah. It's
weird how they try to create bombs that don't exist.
Yeah, pretty much.
He was like, I was telling Ash, and you know, I'm like, who's Ash? Taylor. I said, oh, I seen Taylor. I don't think Taylor remembers me. What did you telling Taylor? I said, hi to Taylor. She ain't say nothing to me. I don't know what you're talking about. I guess Colton said he got some store in New Rochelle.
Yeah, some shit with t-shirts.
Yeah, doing like the pressing and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
He seemed different now that he's not drunk.
I told you.
But, you know, in either case, I only went outside because I heard Mom telling him. I realized who it must be out there because I didn't even recognize the nigga. I seen from because the door was open. Mm-hmm. But I ain't recognize the nigga. That's how much I ain't look in his face that night because I'd have got madder. I was just dismissive. So I heard Mom saying, yeah, you know, Red didn't mean nothing because she ain't know. And she wanted me to tell you she apologized. And, you know, and me and Ted both told at the same time, oh, that was just Carlton. You know, and blah, blah, blah. So I see him doing this. He was like, yeah, because she was, you know, like she was tough trying to say, you know. So I come to the door. I said, that's right. As the man of this house. It's my duty to protect it. So Mom started cracking up, and I said, well, I figure I'll come here and I'll say sorry since I hear you apologizing, talking about whatever, and then here come Honey at the top of the stairs. Mom! I said, oh, he trying to get his mom back?
Especially if he know it's Carlton out there. Yeah.
He come to the top of the stairs. As soon as I came to the door, I guess he figured that was too much. He was like, nah, Ma!
Nah, that really was more for Carlton than you.
Yeah. No, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think it was for me. I'm saying I guess he felt like niggas is getting too comfortable with this nigga now. That's what it felt like to me. Because she already saw Mom was out there. Mm-hmm. Once I went, he like, all right, now I know you're not. Niggas ain't making up.
Mm-mm. And after that little moment they had, he still kind of...
Yeah, he was like, I don't even like this nigga. He said it to him. He was like, because the nigga tried to speak to him. He's like, I don't even like you. Then when he left, I was like, yo, I said, honey, that ain't right, man. He was like, nah. He was like, I know it's weird. I got a brother and I don't even like him. And I said, well, sometimes that happens. You know what I'm saying? Even in real blood families, you don't gotta like all your relatives. Mm-hmm. He said, yeah, I could tolerate Craig more. I said, now that was mean. I said, you know what I'm saying? I said, now that was mean. I was like, Craig ain't that bad. He got some shit with him. You know, he might still be 25 in his mind because that's when he went to jail. Like, we gotta understand that, you know? And he was like, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's fine. You know, I can deal with that. But I don't like that. I don't like that nigga or whatever. So I was like, all right, you know. But I do be feeling bad about the little picking because it's like, I mean, everybody can pick. I don't be trying to be funny when I say that. I be being for real. Like, everybody can pick and point at something that they decide to judge. And I just don't think that that's right. Now, it's one thing, like Carlton sound like he genuinely rubbed him wrong. All right, you have a right, you know? But let's not pick at each other's flaws and quirks. You know what I'm saying? If you got something, the reason to not like somebody, let it be because they said something to you, did something to you. Not because you picking at whatever their personal qualities is. Because we can all start pointing at personal qualities. You know what I'm saying? It's a rabbit hole.
Yeah, I get it. But I mean, I still understand why he's a little upset with Craig. I
feel like he don't really have a right.
I know you would, but you don't understand why. So you gonna feel that.
The reason I'm going off the reason he told me. Sure, it could be deeper than that, but anybody can. It's like if I tell you something right now, you can only go off of what I'm saying to you.
No, I was there, so I know for a fact. I'm not gonna say deeper than I know for a fact why. But, and I get it, because for a minute I felt the same way. You know, you put everybody in jeopardy on some stupid shit without being concerned about the people around you. And the fact that they thought he was Craig. So imagine how he feel. He wake up, guns and shit all in his face. They might do some shit to him thinking him. You gotta understand both sides sometimes. You can't just...
Oh, that wasn't even the reason he gave me.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You don't know. That's why I say you gotta look at both sides, because sometimes it's things that you might not know.
Right. Again, and I can only go off of what that person tells me. So, like, again, it's that if I tell you something right now, right, and you give me your advice based on what I tell you, or you give me a judgment based on what I tell you, after you give me your advice, I can't go, well, there's more you don't know. Well, bitch, I can only give you the advice. I can only say what I'm saying off of what you told me. If there's more, you can tell me that, and then I can judge that. But you get what I'm trying to say? That ain't my fault. I'm going off of out the horse's mouth what he said. I'm not saying there's not more, but from all of what he said to me, I was only saying what I said to him off of that. Now, if there was more, then he could have said that, and then I probably would have might have had a different view, you know?
Which is understandable.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not understandable. It's understandable.
If I tell you some shit, and then I left out the big kicker, and then you find out the big kicker, you like, bitch, well, if you would have told me that, then I would have, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know. I was telling Mon that he need to look into Amazon. Amazon hires everybody, especially niggas that it seemed like niggas that just came home. Because I know mad street niggas in Amazon.
You talking about Craig?
Yeah. He'll get a warehouse job tomorrow. They hire fast, and they're constantly hiring. So Mon asked me, where is Amazon? I said, well, you know what? I'm not sure here, but I knew where the 2 fulfillment centers were where I lived in Connecticut, but I'm sure there's a ton out here too, you know?
There's one in Elmsford.
So there you go. So you knew off rip. That's why I'm bringing it up to you. So I maybe tell Mom, because that's the reason she was asking me, so she could probably, you know, let him know. Like, no, you know, you need to apply. Shit. If I had his information, I'll apply for him. Let him just get the call. Maybe you help Mom, you know what I'm saying? And y'all just do the application for him. Cause you ain't gotta motherfucking be a rocket scientist or nothing. And I ain't saying that he's not a smart kid. I ain't saying that to say that, but I'm saying in case he's worried about qualifications and shit. Like when I tell you I know straight retards that was working for motherfucking Amazon in that warehouse. So it's simple work. It's just that it's manual labor.
Mm-hmm.
But they did pay well. Like I had a homegirl, her and her man both worked at Amazon at the fulfillment center.
Oh,
and
shit.
they worked 12.